Right, at the moment we clean lots of things, so let's have a look around. Also we have John behind the camera, so that's a really good news.
I've come to help Joao out. He's asked me to be his cameraman today, so I'm feeling pretty chuffed with that honour. So let's see. Just a quick look around. I think this remarkable property. It's really cool.
So this is the whole kitchen. This house and the farm are abandoned maybe at 22 or 22, 25. Have lots of history here. They use this to make the house one bit hot, to make the kitchen, because on the other section of the house they use another methods. So here they use the wood fire to make the kitchen one bit hot, and not just like that, but they used to put the, if you look at that sink, they use the smoke to prepare some meat, and lots of people some years ago used that method. So they put the fire here, and the smoke go outside the kitchen, but some parts of the smoke come to that area, to the kitchen, and this is why they have that wood sink on the here. So at the moment I'm standing on the door. It's used to the front door, and the kitchen are completely rotten. This don't work, but why not fix that later? So much time with no people, we can see how the climbing plants can run. This is the same plants where I work on the tool shed. I work on that. I pass 3 mornings to lots of hard work just to clean the bricks. I hope I don't spend 3 more mornings here cleaning that type of plants, but I think here it's fine. I think the plan later is just fix from the floor, from the stones, so I think it's not a problem. We want to knock down all the parts on the top of the stones. One is keep the stones, of course, and just give a new floor. This one here I think can stay because it's cement, I think are perfect. So just on the other part of the house where they use the wood, so all the walls here needs to go because it is too old. And the bricks are rotten, and if we want to do one thing, or if we want to build a house or renovate, of course we want to do this to a long time, so we need to make sure to choose the best option to never come problems about the walls and about all the structure. And of course when you keep all that walls, you have lots of problems with isolation, with condensation on the winter, and so the plan is fix everything, but we want to choose the best for us. They used 2 fireplaces some years ago, and today some people use like that because one of them, so this one I told you before, they just used to make that place hot on the winter, and they use the smoke to put the meat and prepare the meats on the top here. When you burn the firewood, you have hot coals and some ash, and the people use this too much to use on the fields. Today the people use lots of bad things like chemicals to push the vegetables and to make them strong, and so the old people don't have nothing like that, and just use the hash and that compost and some compost from the animals, from the leaves, everything organic, and they use on the veg garden. So they in just one place they can use some different jobs. Prepare the meat, make the place one bit hot on the winter, and use the ash on the backyard. To start the fire here, they use some small pieces of wood, and when they stay one bit more hot, they use the big ones, and just prepare like 30 minutes the fire. Depends what they use for cook. Maybe a different food, different maybe bread. I know they cook lots of bread in there. And also another thing about the bread, they use the flour from the corn. They produce the corn on the farm, and they use that flour to make the bread, and use some wood from the farm to make the bread. So they use everything from the farm. They don't buy nothing to make the food and to cook. They open that thing, put the wood inside, and after that I think not here now. They use like one thing like that, but smaller, with a piece of wood here to go, and like a shovel to go and push all the hash, and just keep the hot air, really hot air inside. Put the food inside, and that's it. They just use this to cook. So my ancestors live a really simple life, and normally they never buy lots of things. Just they produce everything on the farm, and this is the money. They sell animals, they sell produce from the farm to make a bit of money. So when you can see on that place, on the house, a really simple house, but of course we wanna make this one bit modern, but keep all the tradition in there. That's the plan. When down there, I think they use just a space to put some things, just to keep them inside, to look better. Also another thing here on that wall, you can see this and that one, and you are thinking they used to put on his dresses, but no, they just take this and loop it over the animal's head. Yeah, really fun, really old things. We will keep them for sure. They have some pieces of metal just for safety outside. You know, really lots of years ago they use that metals to protect one bit the house.
I think I can hear Crusoe and Sawyer.
Yeah.
Can you hear them?
Yeah, I hear. Sometimes when we work here, we listen. Lots of times we listen Crusoe and Sawyer playing.
Yeah.
And Hobby, of course.
Yeah, that's it. Is that you, boys? Crusoe, Sawyer! Are you lost? You got to come up the bank. You can't... Follow Obi. Crusoe said, we're in the wrong place. Hello, Obi.
This is their kitchen. They just have these things to cook meat sometimes. You can hear Chris.
Me too.
and yeah, so they have that space also here. I never see that things working, but what I can imagine is like they use a pipe. Yeah, there is a pipe. They put a small pipe to bring the water outside the house, and here I know what they use. So they haven't water on the house. They haven't bathroom. The bathroom is the one is together with tool shed, and what they make is they put a pipe. So the water mine is in front on the water tank. They put one pipe from the mine inside the mine, and bring the pipe to here. I think we can see the pipe outside, and the water just flows with the gravity to to outside that wall, and they with a bucket they fill the water with a bucket and bring the water to wash the sinks with a bucket, and that's it. You can see inside there they haven't too much light, and maybe that's why they put that one outside. Maybe on in the day maybe they wash the sinks here, and in the night inside with make the light with electricity, of course, and the fire. And they wash the sinks here on the day, and so the whole water pipe just getting from that way here or somewhere here. They put the pipe maybe on the top of that rock. Maybe I never see. I just remember the pipe inside there. They fill the water with a bucket and hey Crusoe, oh yeah. And yeah, they wash the sinks, but they wash everything with the buckets, with the water inside buckets, just to bring. So they close, of course, to don't use too much time. So lots of buckets of water. They close this with I don't know where the sink is done. They close that, full that thing with the water, and that's it.
There's mine here. Wow. Joe?
They keep lots of things done inside there. Really old things. Beautiful. Where they cook the rice, the meat, some potatoes. Put here.
Yeah.
And yeah, lots of old and beautiful things. You see more here. Look at that flowers. Really beautiful. Yeah, I'm really happy to find that all of those old things. What's this? Look at that box. Just these tools to cut the grass, to work on cement, cut some grass, to put and close the barrels of wine. They cut really a lot of grass.
3 tools for it, yeah.
A hammer. What do you think about that, Crusoe?
So you want to have it?
Yeah, knife.
That's nasty.
Lots of things.
Pretty nasty.
Some screws. A handsaw.
Pretty nasty.
Old piece of metal to work on the maybe cement and some stones. I don't know. Another hammer, small one.
Let me have it.
Let's go have a look on the different room. It's just a simple, really simple room. There's a corner to put some maybe dresses and some like this. What you see, you don't have too much furniture, nothing, just really simple. Of course, they won't spend too much money on the house. They live a really simple life. are really religious people. They keep these beautiful pictures and all the parts of the house. They put inside there before they go, but one of those or maybe two are maybe on the kitchen or on different parts of the house. Bedroom, where they sleep, where they pass all the night. A simple one. Yeah, more pictures. You can see here. There is glass here. They pass it here. The bed maybe from here on that place. I'm not sure, but I think as you can see the furniture here. Also they have a beautiful windows, I think, and the wood are like new, of course, lots of dust, but if we clean, I think we can use in a different project later. This is the view from that bedroom. We have lots of clean, of course, and later we go make a plan. We go make a plan about the trees, but when we cut some of them and we clean, make some fires, clean all the rubbish around, the brambles, the rest of branches. I think from the house, from that place, I think we can see. A huge area found on the farm, so we can control a huge part of the farm from here, and we are so excited to see what the place, what we choose here, and if we keep that window or if we make like a veranda outside later. We are so excited to share our project with you. I go clean the house. I'm joking. We want to renovate all the house and farm, but about the house so if we go renovate this, it's our plan. Try keep the max of products, max of materials to use on future projects. So you see that furniture, you see that that small table or a seat. We can use later the windows in future projects, and also that roof is not a strong wood, but we can use on the different projects to look better. We can paint this with the different colors. We can make lots of different things, and I think this is our plans. Use the max of things. The floor also, we have lots of wood to use later. I think to the rubbish, just go the walls, the cement, the rest of cement, and maybe some tiles from the roof. We can keep some and make a pile around on the farm to use the tiles later. On the farm, we want to make all the materials, all the things organized. We want to make some different sections. One section to put water pipes. The rest, when you use, we go pick them from that place. To put some sand, for example, to put some old metals to recycling it. The tiles from the roof, we can make a section just with tiles. So if we put everything organized and everything in the same places, make different piles, we always have products and whole materials to use to give another life. And the plan is recycle everything on the property.
João, what an amazing building you've got. I'm super excited to see what you're going to do with it, and of course have a look around the rest of the property. I've been around a few times now, so I'm going to head off, take my boys for a nice lolly. Thanks very much, dude.
Yeah,
it's going to be
Let's
amazing.
get an ice lolly.
Yeah, let's go and get a nice lolly, shall we? You're going to leave João's hammers here though, dude.
Right, let's check what we got here. We can see we have lots of furniture, old furniture, but really beautiful. We can see the details here, and yeah, I'm sure we go fix it. We need to find space for it, and why not one day they can come back to the house. The wood are really good, not rotten. So really good news. Also we have this one. This is a really special thing. They prepare the bread. So put the flour inside and prepare the bread here and keep here. I think maybe one night or one day. It's a really old things. Another thing to keep and renovate. That bedroom they just use for a simple thing. They just use to put potatoes and onions. This is so it's not like a bedroom. It's more just a store to put the things from the fields. And on the end of the summer they bring the potatoes, they bring the onions and all of that things, and on the winter they just come here and they don't need to go out of the house with the rain sometimes. They just come from the kitchen, and it's 3 meters, come here, collect some potatoes and go. On the top you can see we have they don't put the ceiling, maybe because they just use these for potatoes and onions. So we can see all the structure from the roof. And another thing we can see is I have lots of wood, of course, a wood structure, and we can use also this wood later. Right, the last bedroom, last part of the house. We can see really beautiful views. Inside there we have just, I think they use these just to put some things like some olive oil, like another store, but to put some dresses. Of course it's a really small space, but in the future I'm sure we can renovate this completely and have a really cool place. Let's close the doors. They just close like that. This one. Simple with the wire. Close the door. This is our door at the moment, so what here is. today. It's a new day. We have raining day. 3 or 4 months later we have rain again. So the summer finish. Always good to have one bit of rain with us, because everything are really dry. You like what you see on the last video, where Sr. Agostinho with his tractor clean all the land, and you see everything dry and too much dust. And so it's always good to have the rain back. We are on the really special room. Here is where they make the wine, so of course it's a place with lots of history. Here you can see is the tank, the wine tank, where they stomp the grapes and they make the wine. For me it's one of the most beautiful things on the house. You can see these huge stones. They built this tank with just maybe 5-6 huge stones. To build the walls they just use this huge stone, and the other wall they use another huge stone. So really simple but really beautiful. On the floor is the same way. On the floor they just put maybe 4 or 5 stones, and of course inside they close everything with cement. At the moment we haven't plans for these huge stones, these beautiful stones, but what I really want is keep this tank here. If one day it needs to go, and we can use the stones for a different project. This type of stones, really big stones and beautiful, always can be really useful for different projects. Here we have the top of this tank. You can imagine how much liters of wine pass inside this piece of metal. If this tank goes later, I'm sure what I can do with this and with the other things. If you remember, on the kitchen we find lots of things, lots of tools, lots of old tools they usually use on the farm. I'm looking here, you can see all of those old things is what they use to open the soil, to mix the soil on the fields. The top, we have lots of old things. We have more there. One day when we fix the house and everything ready, I want to do like a museum and imagine an entire wall with shelves and a glass, just with all of those historical and old things inside their tools and everything. I think this can be really amazing. You can see here what we find inside that stones on the wall. That thing just open the top and close. It's really good to find all of that whole things. One more thing to our museum. This is a really heavy metal, and I think these just go inside that metal to pressure the grapes. If you see our video about the harvest, you see my dad use the pressure to let the rest of wine. But anyway, we have this bit, a piece of history. Right, next thing, I think this is the room with more things to explore. So here we have a wood box. They just full with salt, and they use to keep the meat good. You know, today we have the freeze. We just put the meat on the ice, and yeah, that's it. So, but lots of years ago they don't have that things. So they fill all that box with salt and mix this with the meat, and when they need, they just came here and take the pieces of meat. We just found a really good thing, a mark of their hand on the wood. On this day they work maybe on the wine or with oil, and really interesting to see their mark on the wood. Really good, because we can, why not take this for a different thing like paper or something, and we have a mark of their hand, but we can see the size of their hand. With my hand it's like too small, I think. Their brush, they just use this to clean. Just have the sinks where they to close the barrels of wine, really old ones. And you use this to close the barrels. So the barrels of wood, like on my parents' farm, when my dad filled the barrel with wine, you know, the wood have some spaces sometimes, and so to close the wine inside the barrel they use that sink. 2 poles of wood I'm sure we can use on projects on the farm. They are really heavy, but are really good wood, because that's all the guys just use really cool, really strong woods. Yeah, nice views from here. Can imagine when we fix the house, our views to the farm. It's really amazing. They plant this lemon tree on the farm before they passed away, and so it's another important thing and a really important tree on the farm. You can see how strong the lemon tree are, but we need to move it to a different place. The plan is to move this to the front of the house, and really, I think it can be a really special place to this special tree, because when we start this renovation of the house, I think those stones need to go to open a really nice windows and doors. So the plan is move the tree away, and of course we have a huge farm, and of course I'm sure we will find the best place for this tree. You have this door, and maybe you are asking why this door have too much nails. The reason is really simple. So the cows are really strong, and they just always try to take the door and to go outside. So they full hole the look at that. They full hole the door with nails, and you know why. So for the cows, I'm sure it's really difficult touch with their nose or their head on that sharpened nails. You can see the foundation of that walls, everything in with the stones. I think we can take these stones out. They don't need to stay inside the cement, so we can use in different projects. We have really cool stones here to use in different parts of the farm.
These are really heavy, so I'm sure it's another really strong piece of wood. One more tool. Just amazing things. It's always good to find old things and materials from the old guys. This is the back of the house. You remember that place on our second video, cleaning all those trees with a yellow hand saw, and looks really better, more light. And here we have their old wheelbarrow. But yeah, I'm looking for this. Look here. Just so cool. One more thing to our shelves for our museum, of course. It's a shame because our one bit just broken here and down, but anyway, always pieces of history. This is the old things where the animals eat. These are rotten, but I think we can use to build some gardens. I can imagine one bit of soil inside and just small flowers, and of course give a wash before on it, and just grass around. I think can looks really cool. Winter are coming, so really good and really good time to start planting. Good. I can see here the porch wall. There is a mark of plates. It's amazing. I find some treasures. It's really interesting, really good to find those whole things. I'm a person, I really like to find these whole things, to make to put them whole together and build my museum with whole things. Let's go explore this one. It's a really small one, and I can see one bit more of history. One more thing to our museum. Look at that. I just love these designs, these flowers on the plates. Looks so nice.
So they use that small space to have the pigs, and yeah, really interesting. We are really excited to see what this can be soon when we start the renovation on the farm.
Last one, a space 1 meter outside the house, and they just built that space to separate the pigs. They always put pigs together. I think those ones is to use to have meat for the here. And here they just put a female to have some babies and to sell the babies, so that's just to make money, you know. I'm sure we want to keep these here when we make the renovation. I think here we can make 1 bedroom, and imagine a bedroom with all of those rocks around us, like here, and on that corner also really beautiful rock. We can make something on that place here. A really old brick. In each part of the house we find old things to keep with us.
Right. That's it. Our bedroom and our sofa. The cheaper one. Notice you gave me that idea now, so yeah. really good. So we have a sofa ready on our new bedroom.
É confortável?
Hey.
That's our last room on the last place on the farm. We explore everything. Really, we have lots of potential to this house, and we have lots of history, lots of old traditions, lots of things to keep on our farm. This is what looks like that now. Looks one bit more clean, with more light, and looks better. When we came here for the first time, it's just climbing plants everywhere, lots of branches, lots of things to clean. Now it's better, but of course still with lots to do. So about this, our plans is we can make a really amazing terrace on the top of this floor. We will try take this front wall down and just push this wall one bit more to that way and make this one bit bigger. Outside we want stick some stones with for the same type of the house. Just need one bit to look same at the house and stick these stones around all the entire walls. We can have a really amazing space on the top. We can build a wood thing to close that space just on the top. Put new really good tiles on the top of the wood, just to protect for the rain on the winter and for the hot temperatures on the summer. All your support is really important to us. Then we can go with our project in front. We always try our best, working hard, and we want to work because this is our dreams. About the house, we are working on the project with engineer to give to us a permit to build this. So we know everything done. So we're just waiting for the permits on the municipality and the license to start working on this really cool project. About the farm, the situation is if you follow us from our first videos, you know it's a family farm. And our dream is buy this to our family. First level is to buy the farm. Otherwise, we need to give this back to our family. So we really need work every day and really hard to keep this farm on our hands. And we are starting our project. We need to keep going step by step, and I'm sure we can pay this to our family, and then it's our land, it's our farm, and later we can do this our home, and we can renovate this beautiful and amazing place. You see all the views we have from this farm. You can see so relaxed place. Everything here is amazing, and I know with your support always everything gets easier. And yeah, we are working to make to share everything from the best way with you. And yeah, we are really happy with your support, and I'm sure with our amazing community on YouTube and our social media, everything is possible. Thank you so much for your support. Some of you are sending to us some products from our Amazon wish list. We are really happy with this, and you know, to young people to start a project like that, always it's really important have your support, and we have lots of new tools and lots of things. Yeah, just thank you so much. Your support is just amazing. That's it for today. See you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching and have a good week. Ciao.